Not there yet, but everything feels like it's building momentum with Zuffa, and there's some big fights potentially on the horizon.
Yeah, I mean, I've made no secret in fighting for the WBC World Titles. The belt, obviously, my dad won. And, you know, it'd be a dream for me to get that belt. I mean, the other person's doing a lot of talking, you know, as he does. So, you know, just hopefully he signs the contract.
How close are we to seeing that fight with Shakur, and would that take place on Zuffa, or where do you reckon that's going to be?
Well, listen, I definitely feel like I'm in the best place to make the biggest fights happen. Yeah. And I reckon as within maybe 10, 15 days, there's going to be a big announcement that will continue to prove why I made the decision I made and also become #1 proven world champion.
How many rounds do you reckon it will take you to knock out Ryan Garcia?
I'm liking these questions, you know. How many rounds? I'm going to go into this fight fueled with a chip on my shoulder to prove to the world that I will be the greatest WBC champion. So, you know, for me, to answer your question, I'm going to come out fast and put it on him and hopefully get him out there early, within 4.
And what are you looking forward for the left hook?
What am I looking for? They said don't hook with a hooker. It's exactly what I'm going to do.
What's going down, the MMA Boxing Addicts family? We got a couple things to discuss. I just showed you guys a couple clips right there of an interview that went down yesterday in Burn the Mouth with Conor Benn. And Conor Benn, first of all, lets us know that this fight with Ryan Garcia, I mean, dude, it's still possibly not going to happen. Ryan Garcia has yet to sign his part of the contract. What's the holdup? What's the holdup with Ryan Garcia signing his end of the contract in a fight with Conor Benn? Mauricio Sullivan, the WBC president, said that he's willing to comply. He's willing to let that fight happen as long as Zuffa Boxing is willing to comply with the WBC rules. So, what's keeping it from being signed? Oscar De La Hoya said he's willing to comply. He says he's willing to do what Ryan Garcia wants to do. Although he says he don't see himself in the same room as Dana White. The dude did say, imagine us being at a press conference together. The amount of action that will happen in between that, I don't think it'll happen. But could you imagine, says Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar says, at least it seems like he's willing to comply. Now this was all coming after the tweet that Oscar De La Hoya had put out there talking about Conor Benn, you're doing this media tour trying to call for the fight with Ryan Garcia. How the hell do you expect to make this fight happen with Ryan Garcia when you're signed to Zuffa Boxing? Do y'all remember that? It wasn't a tweet. I believe Oscar De La Hoya posted it on his Instagram story. I remember that. And like I said, his mentality towards the whole thing has changed as Ryan Garcia seems eager to get this fight with Conor Benn. But the fight's just not being signed, man. And I asked myself, what's the holdup, bro? What's the holdup? Conor Benn in this interview explains that in the next 10 to 15 days, there's a very big announcement coming, which shows, you know, why he came to Zuffa Boxing and why he come to show that he's the best welterweight fighter in the world. I don't know if that necessarily was going towards him, a fight announcement with him and Ryan Garcia or something like that. Or he was speaking about Shakur Stevenson and Devin and Jim Haney and them coming over to the sport, you know, in that type of reference, talking about Zuffa growing as a company. And because he's there, it's showing that the dude is with the best fighters. Conor Benn, in this interview, says he's gonna knock out Ryan Garcia within 4 rounds. The dude says they say not to hook with a hooker. Well, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Yo, at the end of the day, styles make fights. And being the mentality that Ryan Garcia has shown us in the past, if this is a fight that he comes in not entirely focused, bro, I like Rolly like how he did against Rolly Romero. I wouldn't be surprised if Conor Benn gives him a goddamn good fight. And I wouldn't be surprised if Conor Benn is able to beat Ryan Garcia if Ryan Garcia isn't on his P's and Q's. Now, after watching Conor Benn against Chris Eubank Jr. in both of those fights, it gave you a little bit of hope. But then you see his last fight against Regis Prograis, and you say to yourself, I just don't know. Conor Benn wasn't able to knock out Regis Prograis, and I'll be honest with you, it's a tough thing to do. Nobody has ever been able to stop Regis. That's a fact. The dude has been dropped multiple times, but he's never been finished. Ryan Garcia takes to Twitter and brings that up and says, bro, you couldn't even knock out an almost retired Regis Prograis. You think you're going to be able to knock me out? And I'll be 100% honest with you, styles make fights, right? But at the end of the day, what Ryan Garcia is saying is what we're all thinking. I believe Ryan Garcia is going to knock Conor Benn out if Conor Benn decides to come and hook with a hooker. I do. I really do. I don't necessarily think that's the best game plan. But if you think it is what it is. And at the end of the day, for the boxing fans, if that's the type of mentality that Conor Benn is taking into these fights, bro, I'm 100% with it. And I'm entirely excited. I'm hyped up for this fight. But the question is it gonna happen? Nothing has been signed yet. I don't know what the holdup is. Conor Benn talking about this fight like it's gonna happen. It's been being reported after Ryan Garcia decided to hop into the Jimmy Fallon Tonight Show and report it. But then the next day, bounced back and said, well, it's not necessarily true. He looked for something big to say on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. Just for the fact that he was so excited to be on that show. It was like a monumental thing for him, something that he's been thinking about going to since he's been a little kid. So we're going to have to end up seeing how everything ends up playing out. But at this moment, Conor Benn versus Ryan Garcia is not signed. Ryan Garcia versus Conor Benn still seems like a possibility, but at the same time, we just don't know how this is all going to end up playing out. And Conor Benn, the dude, my goodness, the dude actually believes he's going to knock out Ryan Garcia and he's coming for war. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. Let me know what you guys think. I'm out.